Hello. I've decided to do the Catskill Fire Tower Challenge. There are 5 of them. I have done 4 of them at one time or another. There's a fairly new one called Red Hill Fire Tower that I'm going to start with today. My anxiety has been terrible lately. There's no way I'm trying a new angle here. That's the steering wheel. I don't know how I feel about it. There's no way I'm gonna do this hike without getting some turn up the beat. Little golden monkey with protein powder. Get the coffee energy. I get the protein from my musclies. You should always register. It's not about getting lost, but from what I understand, this is how a lot of these places get their funding. You know, judging by the traffic of how many people actually come through, the powers that be decide if it's worth keeping it open. But speaking of getting lost, it's also not a bad idea to let people know where you're gonna be. I posted a thing on my Instagram story before I left. It's not like I'm not taking a stroll at Kingston Point. Drove an hour and 10 minutes to get here. It's in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the woods. And, you know, I just said, like, this is where I'm going, gave a certain time frame of how long it should be approximately, and said, you know, if I'm not back, or if you don't hear, if I don't post something at this time, maybe start to be concerned. If I don't post something by this time, maybe send help. It's not a bad idea. It's not just because I'm an anxious, overthinking mental patient. It's good to let people know where you're going to be if you're hiking by yourself. I'm continuing on my fire tower quest. Today I'm going to Balsam Lake Mountain. But first, I need some motivational coffee from Fruition Chocolate. Nikki always does something real special. Nikki's the best. I got a large iced mocha. Fuck. It's so good. Now I'm going to Phoenicia Diner to get a salmon bagel to give my legs some protein before this hike. This is beautiful. That's so good. Good pre-hike meals. Got some protein, some, I don't know, lettuce. Just got a little fresh squeezed grapefruit juice for the health. I love grapefruit juice. All right, this is about hiking, not me eating. It's locked, obviously. I need to get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the next one of these. So the last hike I did, I recommended always registering for yourself and for, you know, so they get funding or whatever, so the trails don't close down. I don't know how it works exactly, but that's what I've read. They get funded by how many people come through, so always register. You get lost, it could save you. My word of advice this time is when you do these, a lot of these trails are in the middle of nowhere, they're far away. This was a little over an hour from my apartment. Because they're in the middle of nowhere, self-service and, you know, GPS gets spotty. It might not work great, it might be non-existent. And although a lot of these trailheads might be right off a main road and then 2 lefts and a right, it seems easy enough, but maybe you get turned around easily, or maybe you're like me and you don't have any sense of direction. Because on the way in, I was getting on the main road where the trailhead was, and I was like, shit, I've made a couple turns, and I know I won't have GPS on the way out, so I hope I can remember which turns to take to get back to the main road. My advice, I shouldn't be this out of breath. My advice would be GPS it and go to the step, while you're at your apartment, wherever you live, while you're home, GPS it where you know you have service, go to the step-by-step section of your GPS and screenshot it. And then when you leave, just follow it backwards. Going to continue on my Catskill Fire Tower Challenge. I wanted to say a couple things. One, I don't think this is technically a Catskill Fire Tower Challenge. I don't know, there's rules. You get a patch if you do them all. That's not why I was doing it. I was doing it just because I wanted to do them all. I do like patches, so. But I don't know if the rules say you have to get to the tippy top. I suppose I could Google it, but the first 2 have been locked. I know the one I'm going to today is going to be locked. So I can't actually get to the top of the tower, but I'm going as far as I can. 2,
This is gonna be tough. I did this one years ago. I don't know why I'm doing it, what order I'm doing it. I did the first one because I had never done it. Hunter's gonna be a tough one. This one, I remember being tough and reading about it again. It's tough. It's like 2,000 plus feet elevation gain, which is fine. But the last 3 days of work have been very long and very busy. And as I was walking out of my apartment to go up 8 to 10 stairs, I was like, shit, my legs hurt. They're like really tired already. And I'm gonna go try to climb a mountain that's like 6.5, I think it's 6.5 miles round trip. Whatever. Third. I'm getting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich from Phoenicia Diner. I looked at the menu, I was like, shit, they don't have it. Nobody's got peanut butter and jelly anymore, do they? I was like, well, look, there's a kids section. Sure enough, they have it. I was like, I can't just order a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm not a kid. I feel weird. So I got some breakfast for myself and a coffee. And it's a beautiful day out. I just, physically, I am not there today, but I'm going to do my best. Oh, did I say where I'm going? I don't know. Fucking like, I'm not even awake yet. Trumper Mountain, that's where I'm going. Did I say that? I might have said it. Yeah, Trumper Mountain. It's a doozy. Phoenicia Diner does it right, and I was gonna eat a breakfast sandwich. I'm trying to eat healthier sometimes, even though I had like 10 macarons last night right before bed. So I got breakfast sandwich, egg and cheese. I got turkey sausage to be healthier, and I got avocado. And you have an option of like, home fries come with it, or Phoenicia fries. That's what they're called. Phoenicia potatoes. But I got greens. I'm like, it'll just be a little breakfast sandwich and a fucking little salad. What the what? I'm not gonna tape myself eating because I gotta eat. I gotta climb this giant mountain. Or my fancy new sneakers. I hope they're waterproof.
Wow, this shit's no joke right from the start. Okay, so I just discovered they are not waterproof. I just assumed, I should have looked. I assumed they were because they were for like trail running, hiking, whatever shit. Whatever, lesson learned. I don't know what the lesson is. Don't buy expensive shoes if you're not gonna read the fucking description. It's open. It's a nice surprise. Peanut butter jelly. So the first 2 hikes, I gave some advice. It wasn't my intention to do that every time, but why not? This hike was tough, so I would recommend, my advice, bring water. And if people watching this probably like, oh duh, should I bring water on a hike? Duh. Yes, of course. But I would recommend also bringing some sort of Gatorade-esque type thing. I have Accelerate. This isn't product placement. I don't even know if I like it. I got the orange flavor because I like orange flavored stuff. It's got the perfect ratio of carbs, protein, whatever, so that, good for endurance and recovery and whatnot. I believe it's non-GMO, and I'm very concerned about that stuff because I used to be able to drink almost a full bottle of whiskey some nights, but GMOs, yuck. But maybe that's obvious too. But I will tell you, you will never be on a hike and be like, damn, I brought too much water or whatever. And there's people probably that have never hiked and they're going for their first hike and they're like, oh, let's stop at the gas station and get a 12-ounce bottle of Poland Spring for the hike. That's not product placement either. I just can't think of another water company. Dasani? I had an uncle Dasani. Dasani Ricky. Dasani Ricci. No, actually, I don't think I did. But yeah, so you can never have too much to drink on a hike. And plus, like, water gets boring after a while. So, get some kind of fun, refreshing, energizing, revising drink.
I am continuing on my fire tower challenge. Today I'm going to do Hunter. I'm a bit hesitant like the last one because I'm not in shape. I hike and stuff. It doesn't mean I'm in shape. I don't know why I give these pep talks, these motivational speeches before I go. I guess because like I've never ever turned around on a hike. But as MacGruber once said, never ever say never ever. MacGruber's a fantastic movie. The point is, I go to the same website for all these hikes, Hike the Hudson Valley, and I've done this hike many times, years and years and years ago. 2-3 years. I don't remember last time I did it. But this is a tough one. This is probably harder than the last one, which I thought I was going to have trouble with, and I did have trouble with. This is the second highest mountain in the Catskills. And, reading I Hike Hudson Valley is very step-by-step, and it sounds harder. I remember it being hard, but it sounds harder than I remember. Anyways, that's my pep talk I'm going to do. And then I have one more after this. I'm going to do it, but it's going to be difficult. My feet hurt walking to my car, and I got these fancy shoes, but yeah, I'm pumped up. I'm gonna go to Circle W and get a breakfast sandwich and a coffee.
Okay, It's like 15 minutes in, I'm having some trouble. It's starting to rain a little bit, but nothing, fuck. I am not into this today. I guess if you want to push yourself, you could always just get out of bed and take a walk around the block. You don't have to try to climb a 4,000 foot mountain. I mean, it's not 4,000. It is 4,000 feet high, but the elevation gain is like 2,000 something. But yeah, I am already 25 minutes. It's going to take hours. I usually give my advice or tips or whatever at the end, but I want to say on the way up, never be embarrassed to take breaks. Take as many breaks as you need. If you're hiking with a friend and they don't want to wait up, go with somebody else. And also get a new friend and never talk to that person again. But it's okay to take breaks. You don't have to run up a fucking mountain. I just heard thunder. I gotta be getting, I don't say I'm getting close, because you're never close when you think you're close. Well, I'm getting somewhere. The thunder is continuing. I can't, it's steep here, so I'm trying to be like, I gotta get to the top before the thunder and lightning starts, but it's steep. I'm so close, and now it's starting to come down a bit, so I'm gonna put on my poncho. This was a difficult one. I'm not all the way back down yet, but whatever. I just stopped to pee and my legs were shaking a lot. Time for part 2 of my tips or advice or whatever. This is another very obvious one, but make sure that you have comfortable sneakers or boots. Duh, I know, right? But it's super important and you don't realize it. I don't really like boots. I don't know why. I just don't. So I got as I said earlier in the video, I got these, trail running, whatever sneakers. And they're okay. They're pretty cool, I guess. So sneakers are like beds. You buy them and you're like, all right, cool. I hope this works out. And a few days later, you're like, oh, shit. Or you're like, oh, cool. You really don't know until you can't just try it. And then it's like, this is going to be great forever. All right, I don't want to get too deep about sneakers and beds. But these, on the way up the mountain, I'm fine. On the way down, I notice that my foot will slide a tiny bit in the sneaker. 10 for me is a little too big. 9.5, I think, would be a little too small. And no, it's not true what they say. And I could prove it if you look at my OnlyFans. But really, I don't know. I have to look into getting like gel insert. My feet will go forward in the sneaker. So make sure you get a comfortable sneaker or a boot.
I am going to do Overlook, the last of the fire towers. I'm going to do something that I would not normally advise. I'm bringing headphones. Normally you don't want to do that because you're out in nature. You want to appreciate stuff. You want to hear the birds. You want to hear if a bear's sneaking up behind you to bite you on the ass. But this hike sucks. It's just walking up a gravel road. So I'm going to bring headphones. I'm going to listen to Sepultura and power my way up this hike. The top is very cool. The hike itself, though, it is not one of my favorites. It is absurdly crowded.
I don't really have any advice this time around. I guess, a month or so ago, I set a goal. I was going to try to do the 5 fire towers and I did it. So if you want to set goals for yourself, cool. If you don't, fuck it. I don't know. Set a goal for yourself. Try it. If you can't do it, try it again or fuck it. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. My goals used to be figuring out if I had enough beer to black out for the night. So I forgot.
I stopped at Sunflower Market in Woodstock for some health. Oh, shake gently. I don't shake anything gently. Got some bloops, and it's about to be a little bonus part of this video. I'm gonna eat this, and then,
All right, so I did a little bit early, and I don't even know if they're doing it this year because of the whole COVID shit. Anyways, bonus fire tower. Okay, so that's 6. Again, I said in the beginning I wasn't doing it to like, I just was doing it because I wanted to do it. Although I guess if you do it in that time frame, you might get some pins. That would have been cool, but whatever, I'll do it again. Yeah, I'm glad I did this.